Hello everyone. This is Relationship Hub. My name is Hart and this channel is sponsored by Elava Digital. We do share stories, real life stories about people, life, friends, and I hope you enjoy this journey with me and we can all learn from each other. Remember, you are worthy. And if you like what you listen to, what you hear in here, click subscribe. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you are well. I hope you are having a great Friday and that you had a great weekend. I'm very excited about today's episode because sorry, I'm laughing, but every time I remember this story, I just crack out laughing. I can't help it. I'm not being mean or anything. It's just so funny. You know, I mean, in this story, what I can say is like, what goes around comes around. I mean, that's the only way I can explain it, really. In a few words, in a sentence, okay? Anyway, we're gonna dive in, but I just want to say thank you to everybody out there who is listening to me, who is supporting me, and who is finding some light in my stories, okay? So, and obviously, I need to thank family members and friends who have allowed me to share their life experiences, which I'm really grateful for. And, I really thank you all. Okay? So let's dive in with today's story, which is related to people who try to take advantage of situations. Okay? What we're going to talk about today is about a specific circumstance that happened to a close friend of mine, okay? And up to today, when we talk about it, we just crack out laughing. And I thought, you know what? Yes, how can I just share it on my channel? And she said, yes. So thank you, friend of mine. Thank you for allowing me to tell you a story. So let's dive in. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Okay, let's call my friend Denise. And let's call our star of this story, the firefighter. Let's call him Daniel. Okay? So basically, Denise is a friend of mine. She's very quiet, somebody who doesn't talk much, somebody who you really never see her out of character. What I mean out of character, meaning if you go out to a party, some people sometimes drink and they get themselves loose. They will do things that normally wouldn't do, like dancing crazy or whatever. Whatever is not usual with that person. People when they drink, they are a bit more relaxed. They are a bit more loose, and they tend to do things that they will normally not do if they were sober. Okay? So in this case, Denise, basically, if you don't know her, let me make myself clear. If you don't know Denise, you will think she's somebody who doesn't really get loose. You will even think she's a bit stuck up, even, okay, if you don't know her. People who knows her, they know she's a lot of fun. She's a funny girl, but she will only get loose with people who she knows, people who she's comfortable with, people who she have a history. So if she knows you will never really see her out of character. It needs to be people who are very close to her. And thankfully for me, I'm one of these people. So I can say honestly, I seen her lose, I seen her, have fun, go crazy, no harm, all in a good note. Okay. So I seen her enjoy herself, basically. But when I mean enjoy herself, all her acts, they will never lead to somebody who is completely drunk and on the floor. No, it will be somebody who is having fun, dancing, laughing, socializing. But if you don't know her like properly, but you've been in contact with her, or you are a workmate or whatever, you will be in shock. You will be like, oh my God, this girl can have fun. But it's a normal behavior. It's nothing out of the ordinary, basically. But she will be, friendly, and it is out of her character for her. For people who knows her or sees her at work on daily basis, and they see her when she's having fun, they will be like shocked. Really, they will be shocked because, like I say, she can come across like a stock up. So that behavior will shock people because it's not expected. But people who are close to her, as me, that kind of behavior, it's okay because I know she has a fun side, and she only pulls it out when she's comfortable. That's it. Simple as that, okay? So let's fast forward to the initiation of the story, okay? So basically, Denise had a birthday party, okay? She's not a person who will celebrate her birthday, and she thought, okay, I'm just gonna go crazy, I'm gonna celebrate it. It was a very tough year for her at the time, and she chose to really go crazy and celebrate her birthday, and it was well deserved. She's a very hardworking person, so she chose that year to go crazy. Okay, now let's just talk about Daniel. Okay, Daniel is somebody who Denise met a few years before her birthday. I will say maybe 2 years before her birthday, but this guy has been pursuing her for all this time, basically. From the moment he met her, from the moment that Daniel met Denise, he liked her. But Denise is like, no, 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 you're not my type. Denise doesn't like this guy. But they develop a friendship. She was happy to be friends with him, but he's nowhere near someone who she will sleep with, date, kiss, etc. Okay? So, but she thought, okay, I'm not gonna just, block the guy completely out of my life because I don't like him sexually, or I'm not attracted to him, or because I don't want a relationship with him. So she chose to be her friend. However, obviously Daniel, he still has feelings for her. And even though they were friends, when I mean friends, they were developing a friendship, I think he had hope that they would be together one day because she was happy to be her friend. But Denise had clear in her mind that she wasn't gonna, go there. She wasn't gonna intimate with this guy because she doesn't like him. So things happen, don't they? It is what it is. Moving on. So Denise had her birthday party, and her friend is very good at doing electrical stuff. So basically, Daniel is very good at, fixing things, anything that has electrical power. He has a gift and he's able to fix it or do things, and, he's very good as well with music. However, I want to emphasize that Denise, she doesn't feel attracted to him at all. At all. I mean, he just finds him a person who she can be friends with. And Daniel knew that Denise doesn't like him. When I mean knew, I got the feeling he knew. I mean, okay, let me explain this story, and then you can judge for yourself, and we can discuss that in the discussion. Okay? Moving on. Okay, so she had her birthday, right? And she chose to ask Daniel to play music at her birthday party. And Daniel, like I say, he had many gifts, and one of them was to play as a DJ. He's a very good DJ, and it's not the first time he played in different gigs and stuff. So he's a DJ as well. It's one of his many skills. So Denise thought, okay, let me call Daniel. At the beginning, she didn't want to call him because she was thinking, okay, it's my birthday. If I tell him to come and play as a DJ, he might get excited and think there is hope. Okay? So she chose to offer him a job. when I'm in a job, she chose to pay him for his service. So in this way, it will be clear that there is not misunderstanding of me liking you or me wanting something with you. That's the mindset of the niece. So Daniel accepted it. He said, okay, I will DJ your event, your birthday party, and don't worry, I will kill it. Okay? I must say he's good though. He's a good DJ. So they agree on the prices and all, and they chose to meet at the band. However, I just want to point out that Daniel, since the moment he met Denise, he was pursuing her. And he made clear to Denise that he liked her, that he likes her still. And Denise saw him clear signs, very clear signs that I'm not interested. That's what I'm saying. I think he knew because Denise never saw him any sign of wanting anything intimate with him. So now moving on, the party. So Daniel came to the party, but when he arrived, he found some technical issues. So basically, Denise had some equipment in the party that she was using to play music, okay? But there was some faults with it, okay? So until Daniel arrived, she was trying to play music, and she did play music, but there were some faults with the system. And Daniel brought his own stuff to be doing his job anyway. However, when he arrived, was already some tension because Daniel was late and Denise had this issue with the technical equipment, so she couldn't play like the music as she wanted to because there were some issues with it. However, she managed to play some ambient music until Daniel came. He came late, so there was already some tension. Anyway, so when Daniel came, Denise said to him, okay, man, why don't you help me with this technical issue? While you are setting up your DJ area and start gifting the party with your music, why don't you help me to set up this equipment so we can play some ambient music until you are ready to, dive in with your DJ skills? So basically, Daniel look at her and say, well, I'm not a firefighter, like you cannot expect me to come here and pull down the fire just like that. Can you imagine? So basically, it was a disaster. So it's like I can't put down a fire in 10 minutes because I ain't a firefighter. That's how we took it. That's what we took it. That's what he meant. Okay. So from now on, I'm going to call him the firefighter. Okay. Anyway, Daniel, basically, that's what he said. He was in a firefighter. Let me laugh on it a little bit more. So yeah, anyway, he moved on with his job. He killed the party with his music in a good way. He played it. The party was lit. And my friend, obviously, it was her birthday. So she was dancing like crazy, having fun, showing her body, shaking her ass. I mean, she was on fire. I mean, he wasn't a firefighter. Definitely, because that fire, there is no way, even if you were, you couldn't put it down. I mean, my friend's fire of her birthday party, no way Daniel could have put that fire down, even if he was a firefighter. Anyway, moving on, moving on. Okay, now we are on the next day. So basically, everybody had fun. Denise's birthday was a success, and it was lit, like I said. I danced like crazy and I had a lot of fun. So the next day arrived and Daniel called Denise and said to her, like, well, how you doing? Are you hungover? And Denise was like, no. To be honest, Denise wasn't drunk. She was just happy. It was her birthday. She had a few drinks, but no need to be drunk at all. I never seen Denise drunk. She was just a bit loose in terms of having fun. She was dancing. And because Daniel never seen her like that, he assumed the few drinks he saw her drinking that she was actually drunk. Okay. So when Daniel called Denise, he goes like, okay, how are you? You must be hungover. And Denise was like, what do you mean? And Daniel was like, yeah, the way you were acting yesterday, I could tell you were quite drunk. And Denise was like, okay, whatever. She never been entertained that. But she felt a bit offended, like, what do you mean I was drunk? Like, okay, anyway, she didn't like that comment, but she never took it personal. She was like, okay, that's what you think. That's your opinion. But people who know her, people who knows her, we know she wasn't drunk. She was just having fun. She was just letting herself, her head out because it was her birthday. And even me, that I'm a close friend of her, I never seen her drunk at all. So she was like, okay, whatever. Okay. So they continued to be friends, and a few months went by, and I had a birthday party myself. And I like to party sometimes. Now and then is good. It's good for your health to socialize and have fun with loved ones. So anyway, I had this party, and I thought, okay, now it's my birthday party. So I told Denise, are you coming? And she goes, yeah, cool. So I rent this area. This was in a club, and I rent this little area to have drinks and stuff. I invited my friends, and I told Denise she could invite anybody she wanted. So she invited a few girlfriends, sorry, of hers, and she also invited Daniel. Okay, so Daniel came to the party. You know what? Believe me, there was a lot of alcohol going around my birthday party. I'm not gonna lie. I rented this area where we could have free bar, like free alcohol. When I mean free bar, I mean like I pay for the free bar, but it was from, I think, maybe 10 to 2 o'clock in the morning. You have like 4 hours free bar. So everybody who came, they could drink whatever they wanted for all that time. So, okay, when there is free alcohol, some people get excited. So I drank, my face drank, everybody drank. It was just crazy, crazy fun. Everybody had fun, believe me. My friend Denise was like, feeling herself. I mean, it was fun. It was fun. It was very much fun. I enjoyed my birthday. I always do enjoy my birthdays. I'm not gonna lie. Good memories. Anyway, so everybody had quite a bit to drink. But when I mean quite a bit, people assume sometimes when you had a certain amount of drinks that you are not controlling yourself, okay, that you are drunk, okay. There's a difference between being drunk and tipsy, okay. You can be tipsy, feeling yourself, getting a bit loose, or you can be drunk, that you are out of order. But when I mean out of order, meaning that you don't control yourself, you are not controlling your actions as you would if you weren't drunk. Some people can be drunk and be on the floor, and some people can be drunk and be sitting and acting normal, but they are not in control of the actions. They're actually drunk. You know what I mean? When I mean drunk, I'm not meaning drunk that you are vomiting in the corner, but some people can be drunk, walking normal or acting normal, but then they are drunk. Okay? Anyway, everybody drank, right? So the time came to go home. So, I went home, whatever, do my thing. And then Denise went to her place with a few of her girlfriends and Daniel, okay? Little I knew what happened the next day, okay? Sorry, I'm laughing, okay? Sorry. Sorry, Daniel. Anyway, he went, okay, girls. Daniel told Denise, okay, you are girls, you had quite a bit to drink, and I want to come with you guys, and I will, leave you at your door to make sure you are safe. And that was very nice gesture from him. So actually Denise said, okay, cool, come with us. So they went to the house. Denise went with two of her girlfriends and Daniel, okay? Daniel said to her, okay, now we're at your house. Do you mind if I come up? I have a drink with you guys. And Denise said, right, come up. So they went to the house, Denise, two of her girlfriends, and Daniel. And they were sitting there having drinks and talking for a while until the two friends of Denise called a Uber or a taxi or whatever, and they went home. They left. So Daniel stayed there, obviously. And Daniel was like, no, don't worry, come on, have some more to drink, chill, let's have fun. She was saying that to Denise. So Denise was like, all right, you want to carry on drinking? I said, okay. And then sat down, they were drinking. And Daniel was like going to the fridge, taking more alcohol, pouring alcohol on the glass, giving it to Denise, like, okay, you are gonna get fucked tonight. Basically, in his mind, probably he was thinking that he was so drunk already that only she needed a few more drinks to fall into his arms. I'm sorry, that's the whole idea, because otherwise, why would you continue to give alcohol to a girl that you are in love with and you know she's been drinking throughout the night, because you think, the alcohol will make her more receptive to fall into your arms? Otherwise, why would you do that? Why would you? Unless you wanted to take advantage of the situation? Okay, let's see what happened. Moving on. So he continued to give my friend Denise alcohol, and Denise was like, okay, you want to drink? Let's drink then. Okay. So he continued to drink as well with her, and he was pouring a lot of alcohol in his glass as well, drinking with her and stuff. And then Denise said to Daniel, okay, I'm coming back. I'm just going to go to the loo for a moment. And Denise left to the loo, and Denise said to Daniel, okay, I'm coming back in a moment, and left Daniel in the living room with his alcohol drinking, okay? Now, what happened next was he found when she came back from the loo. I mean, I can't help it. I'm sorry. Every time I remember this story, I crack out laughing. I mean, sorry. I do apologize. Let me compose myself here. Just give me a few seconds. I will be back. Okay, welcome back, everyone. So let's continue with Danielle and Denise's story. So Denise came back from the loo and she went to the living room where she left Daniel. And she looked at the sofa, she couldn't see Daniel. And when she looks down, she sees Daniel crawling like a snake. He was crawling on the floor like a snake. Believe me, his eyes were rolling and he was farting like, really. Really, it was crazy. And she couldn't believe her eyes. She's like, okay, I left like 5 minutes ago. This guy looked fine. And now he's on the floor, crawling like a snake and farting all the way through my living room. Denise could not believe it. She was shocked. And then he was trying to look up, because obviously he was like flat on the floor, trying to crawl and get up. And he couldn't. He was fucked up. Sorry for the language. He was drunk. And Denise was perfectly fine. She's like, okay, I don't know what's going on with this guy, but he's drunk. So she tried to help him. And then obviously he's quite heavy. So she tried to help him and sit him on the sofa. And his eyes were rolling. He couldn't talk. He looked like dizzy. And then he was like not talking, and he continued to fart, non-stop. Like the whole room is sunk. I'm sorry. He was crazy. And then obviously, sorry. I'm laughing. Sorry, Daniel. And then obviously, my friend Denise was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? So she went to the living room. To the kitchen to get some water. So she came back, gave him some water, and then he just basically, his eyes were gone. He collapsed on the sofa. So she went and get a little blanket, cover him, and then she went to bed. Obviously, she went to bed. She locked her door because she got a door where she lives, a door lock. So she actually locked her door from her bedroom, because she's like, okay, he's drunk. He might wake up in the middle of the night and try to come into my bed half drunk. So she thought, no, I'm locking my door, man. So she locked her door, okay? So basically, the firefighter couldn't put down his own fire. I'm telling you, he got burned. He got burned with his own fire. That's what happened. So basically, in the morning, Denise woke up in the morning and, opened her bedroom door, comes, to the living room and to check on Daniel, basically, to see how he's doing, do breakfast, and, try to discuss what happened the day before. And Daniel was nowhere to be found. Probably he left in the middle of the night. As soon as he felt good, he probably was so embarrassed that he left. So he was not anywhere near the house to be found, to be honest. Well. So I want to give a message with this story. I hope you enjoy the story because I do. Every time I discuss this story with my friend, with Denise, we crack her laughing every time we remember. And it's in a good note. I mean, I'm not trying to laugh at Daniel, but that's what I'm saying. The message of the week is when you are trying to be a snake, you buy envenom yourself when you own poison. So be careful, okay? Be careful. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And Denise, Daniel, I love you both. This is only to help others and guide others not to follow this path. So please, if you girls, boys, men, women are listening to me out there, do not try to take advantage of someone by using alcohol or any other means because you might poison yourself. Okay? Learn from this experience. Now, moving on. Make sure you click down below for books related to today's episode and to help you in finding the love of your life, in finding real love, and use the resources provided below to improve your love life and relationship experiences. Okay, feel free to comment and subscribe if you like what you have been listening in my channel. I really hope I made you smile tonight, and I hope those smiles persist throughout the week. Okay? And remember, doesn't matter if you are crawling like a snake, if you are farting like a sea lion, or if you are vomiting like a pig. Whatever the case might be, doesn't matter. You know why? Because you are worthy. So love yourself, okay? Bye-bye.